What's going on in the district courts in the United States? We're seeing more and more judgments coming from the district courts with nationwide consequences. Is there a way to stop this? Well, the Trump administration is trying two methods. One is through the president itself, who's asking the Supreme Court to intervene and stop this, as well as the Congress, who is now led by the Republican Mike Johnson, and he's also said that Congress has created these US district courts and we can take that funding away and close them down. Well, that would be bad for others who are seeking genuine justice. So let's wait and look at what exactly is going on here. What are the pros and cons? It's not as if these things used to not happen before, but the moderate wing of the Democrats and the moderate wing of the Republicans used to get together and sort these things out, and they were the majority in the respective parties. So things got smoothened out before it basically came out in the press. But now what we are seeing is very extreme pulls on both these parties from their extreme units, or I would say, like, for example, the progressives in the Democratic Party, who want to deliberately wrench it. They want to destroy the party in the process if their needs and demands are not met. So this is what we are seeing now. Let's take a quick look at what is going on and how things may become a little bit more stable. I just want you to take a quick look at this slide deck that I'm going to present to you so that you understand the pros and cons involved here. And also, please like this video, and if you have not already subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel and do click on all for bell notifications. Here we go. Trump has now launched a legal offensive. Trump has urged the Supreme Court to stop the power grab by California or any other state district courts which are giving nationwide injunctions. What happened? The California District Court, one judge, and I'm going to give you all the judgments so you have an idea of how many such things are happening. They have issued an order which is reinstating 16,000 probationary federal employees who were fired in February. Acting Solicitor General Sarah Harris argues this case reflects a larger problem, a wave of judicial interference since Inauguration Day. Now, over 40 injunctions or temporary restraining orders have been issued in the last 6 weeks since the Trump administration took office. And this is an inter-branch power grab, according to her, claiming lower courts are emboldened by the lack of swift Supreme Court action. Although I must say, in one case, the Supreme Court Chief Justice did come in and say, don't do this, yet they are continuing to do it. Harris has requested an administrative stay to freeze the ruling while the case is concerned, calling the current situation unsustainable. So what happens? A district court rules some way, then the Trump administration can go to the next higher court and ask them to reverse it. But this is taking time. Looks like some of these things are being slow walked, which is also another frustration that is building up. What was the latest one about the fired employees? Judge William Alsop, I think he is in a district court in San Francisco, ordered 6 federal departments, Veteran Affairs, Agriculture, Defense, Energy, Interior, and Treasury, to reinstate over 16,000 employees. Alsop asserted the Office of Personnel Management had no authority to hire, fire on behalf of other agencies. Harris countered that the nonprofit plaintiffs, see, this is the thing, it's not the employees who were fired that were appealing. It is non-profit plaintiffs. They lack the legal standing. And this is also called in India, what is your locus standi in this case? Who are you, right? Same thing, legal standing, and that Congress created a separate framework, the Merit Systems Protection Board, for such employment disputes. So anything if that comes should be addressed there, is the contention of the Trump administration. Now, what is happening with the Supreme Court of the United States? The Supreme Court has not rushed to support the Trump administration request in earlier findings. Remember, today the Constitution of the Supreme Court bench, 9 justices, 6 Republicans and 3 Democrats. So it should be like slam dunk, right? Anything that the Republican administration decides, it should go through smooth, right? Well, It's not happening that way. In a recent case involving foreign aid payments, this is USAID, the court rejected the government's bid 5-4. Three of them went the other way. In another matter related to birthright citizenship, the court set a slow response timeline signaling low urgency. Essentially, what happens is that the court is slow walking it, is giving a later date than what they expected, and they are not happy about it. Now, what else is the Republican Party doing? The House Speaker, Mike Johnson, warned that Congress has the authority to eliminate district courts, control judicial funding, and restructure the lower courts. We do have authority over the federal courts. We can eliminate entire district court. Desperate times call for desperate measures, Mike Johnson. His comments are widely seen as a warning or veiled threat to district judges issuing nationwide injunctions against Trump's orders. Now, this is also, this is the federal probationary officers being let go, 16,000. Let's take a look at the other cases. Trump has called for Judge James Boasberg to be impeached for blocking deportations under the Alien Enemies Act. This is the Trinidad Aragua, TDA, violent criminals that were sent from Venezuela into the United States. I tell you, Venezuela is the cat's paw of China, meaning like whatever China, if China says jump, Venezuela is going to ask how high. That is the amount of control that China has on Venezuela, in my opinion. Okay, I could be wrong. So whatever this is, this appears to have been an elaborate plan by China to somehow cause disruption in United States. And my contention is that Biden has not really been able to walk himself out of the allegations that he, his family members, companies, they've all taken bribes amounting to at least $32 million. Look at, or read the book Red-Handed, and that's available in Amazon. I have an electronic copy that tells you all the details. We have done some programs on this also to understand why so many illegals, so many criminals from various countries were allowed into the United States. Now, the other person that Trump attacked was John J. McConnell for restoring federal grants that had been frozen. This is in the USAID case. Theodore Chuang was another target after he ruled against the dismantling of the USAID. Remember, there are about 10,000 people working in USAID. Trump administration wants to bring it down to less than 300. House Republicans have introduced articles of impeachment, though passage is unlikely due to Democratic control in the Senate. That's not the right way to put it. What it is I think to impeach, you need 2/3 or 60 in Senate. I think you have to take a look at it. It is not a simple majority. Let me put it that way. Now, congressional leverage over the courts. What kind of a leverage does the Congress have? Article 3 of the Constitution gives Congress the powers of ordain and establish courts below the Supreme Court. Congress has the power to fund or defund courts, restructure judicial jurisdictions, and reassign judges. Jim Jordan, House Judiciary Chair, is exploring ways to rein in district courts. A hearing is scheduled next week to review recent rulings, including those by Boasberg. This is the Congress doing its part. The showdown is coming right in front of us. These tensions may escalate during the upcoming budget negotiations, where Congress could attempt to defund certain courts, reorganize the judiciary, and pressure the Supreme Court of the United States to take more aggressive action. Trump, Jordan were recently seen discussing court strategies during the NCAA wrestling championship, showing the issue is politically high priority. So that's all I have. This is a moving, developing situation, and we'll be having more updates in the days and weeks to come. Certainly interesting things ahead, interesting times ahead. I must tell you, some of you are expressing frustration at people even with green card being stopped at the border. Viewers, please take a look at it. These are all very well researched actions. There may be some other violation that might have happened. That is why that move was done. I'm being told that if you don't have any problem, then you should not have any problem getting in or out of the country. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.